Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I want to discuss with you atf and istئناف. So you're all familiar with atf because we've done the particles of atf in book 1. Now the issue of istئناف is coming up, so I want to explain both of these to you and how they relate to each other. So the huruf al-atf, what huruf al-atf have done so far primarily?
Wow.
Wow. What does wow mean? And. For example, وَأَوْحَيْنَا وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَاعِيلَ وَإِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ. There's an example of like loads of them. Ibrahim, وَإِسْمَاعِيل, وَإِسْحَاقَ, وَيَعْقُوب, وَإِيسَى, وَأَيُّوب. There's a word missing here to get out, so it doesn't cause confusion. وَيُونُسَ وَهَارُونَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ. So there's many wows. Many wows. Okay? How you find it is revealed to Ibrahim. Remember, if you're English grammar, is that even though there are many vowels in Arabic, because Arabic doesn't have commas, so if you have more than one wow, you put commas on them. You don't translate Ibrahim and Ismail and Ishaq and Yaqub. That's not how you do in English. You put a comma between all of them, and then before the last one is where you put the Sulaiman. If there's only two of them, for example, say if it's only two, you would say أوحينا إلى إبراهيم وسليمان. We revealed to Ibrahim and Sulaiman. There's extra, you just add the comma. We've done this before, quite simple. Wow. So how do you tartib of this? First thing you look whether it's Jumla Ismiya or Jumla Fa'iliya. So Jumla Fa'iliya because it starts with a verb أوحينا, to send a revelation. So you have the fa'il and the fa'il. Then when you look further, for muta'alliq, all of this becomes the muta'alliq. Muta'alliq is made up of jar followed by majroor. You have ma'tuf alayh. Now I brought this example, I've got many of them so you can understand if it's more than one ma'tuf, you say ma'tuf alayh, this becomes ma'tuf, and all the rest becomes ma'tuf. This is an example, we have loads of them, but from you get the example, the idea. The ma'tuf alayh is the first one, second is ma'tuf, and if you have more than one, just call all of them ma'tuf. Okay? Another harf al-atf is fa. What does fa mean? Then. So waw and fa is similar in the aspect that it makes two things come together, but fa has an order, a structure. If I say ja'a Zaydun wa Khalid, it means Zayd and Khalid came in no particular order. When you say ja'a Zaydun for Khalid, it means Zayd came, then Khalid came. Okay? Got it? Right. Thumma is same as fa, but it just kind of shows a bigger distance between the coming. So for example, ja'a Zaydun thumma Khalid, this would probably mean they came quite close together. It's always relative. For example, if you're talking about like a 100-meter race, fa would be probably like 0.01, 0.02 seconds, and thumma would be probably like 0.1 second. You get what I'm saying? If you're talking about the creation of the heavens and the earth, fa would probably be relatively like a million years, and thumma would be like 10 million years. So it's all relative. Okay? But thumma shows a bit more time lapse in between the two of them. Aw, what does aw mean? Or. Either or. So, example, khafa min musin, janafan aw ithman. And how does tarkib go? Janafan is what? What's janafan becoming, tarkib? Ma'tuf alayh, and then aw ithman becomes ma'tuf, and then these two become the maf'ul of khafa. Okay? Is also similar, very similar to aw. So for example, qareebun am ba'idun ma'tuf alayh, ma'tuf. Okay, and all of these have joined together, but rather, ja'a Zaydun, Zayd came. No, rather, it was Khalid who came. You're trying to rectify something you said before, change it. There's more detail to the meaning. I'm not into the meaning at the moment. I'm going to explain to you how it's used. You have la, not. Ja'a Zaydun, la Khalid. Zayd came, not Khalid. That's also another particle of atf. And you get lakin. Lakin will come up later on. Okay, so if the ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf are sentences. So what we discussed previously was that the ma'tuf alayh and ma'tuf, all of these examples, single words. Okay, single words. They were all what? Single words. But if you have a wow, or any of the other particles, fa, thumma, and they are what? Well, they're not single words, but what are they instead?
Between two sentences.
Between two sentences. The wow, or the fa, the thumma, any of these come between two sentences. And how do you do this? You join them together. Only if they join to become part of the main sentence. What does that mean? Give an example. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ يَهْدِيهِمْ رَبُّهُمْ. So inna is harf mushabbah bil jumla ismiya, harf mushabbah bil fa'il. This is the ism, this is the khabar. Okay? Fine? So you got the main part of the sentence. Now within this ism, you have what? A wow. What does that mean? That the before wow and after wow, they both becoming part of what? Ism. So these two sentences, before the harf al-atf and after the harf al-atf, both of these sentences are becoming what? part of a bigger sentence. So now in this scenario, in Turkey, we say, okay, we got Jumla Ismiya, we break the Ism down, Ism Mawsulan, Sila. And now because both of these become the Sila, you have to say this is what Ma'tuf alayh and this is Ma'tuf. Do you understand? Because they both, Amanu is Jumla Fi'liya, Fa'il Fa'il and Maf'ul. So because this becomes part of what? A bigger sentence, the Ma'tuf alayh and Ma'tuf join to become what? The Sila which become part of the Ism. So now you have to say, this Jumla is Ma'tuf alayh and this Jumla is Ma'tuf, and they both join to become something. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to keep up that later. You understand that? However, if the Ma'tuf alayh and Ma'tuf don't join to become a part of a bigger sentence, they're both individual sentences on their own, and you don't have to join them together. Okay, this is what you call istئناف. What do you call this? Some call it istئناف, some call it harf, some call it Ma'tuf alayh, Ma'tuf. But let me explain to you. Look at this example. لأنهم وَجَعَلْنَا قُلُوبَهُمْ قَاسِيَةً. This is what now? A sentence here, Jumla Fi'liya, and a sentence here, Jumla Fi'liya. Yeah? But now, these two sentences don't join to become part of a bigger sentence. Do you understand what I'm saying? In the الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, they both join to become part of the sila of الَّذِينَ. So then you have to say this is Ma'tuf alayh, this is Ma'tuf, and they join to become something. In this scenario, two separate sentences. لَأَنَّاهُمْ وَجَعَلْنَا قُلُوبَهُمْ قَاسِيَةً. Two separate sentences. So there's a waw in between, it's harfun atf. But you don't have to join together, it's separate. One of China in between. Just separate them. When you tell the key, don't try to make everything together. Because the whole book will become one to the key. You get what I'm saying? So what you do is just make each sentence separate. You understand? So that's why you say that separate. And this is what you can call it waw al-istئناف, meaning a waw which starts something fresh. So the meaning will be linked. Obviously the meaning has to be linked. You can't just talk about two separate items which have no relationship. But the main thing is the tarkeeb. That in the tarkeeb you will find this is one sentence separate on its own, this is another sentence separate on its own. And they don't have a connection in i'rab. Fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul, finished. Fa'il, fa'il, maf'ul, second maf'ul, maf'ul thani, finished. They don't join to become a bigger part. Now, for those who are technically related to this, you can still say ma'tuf, but you don't have to do that. It doesn't become ma'tuf, don't join to become something. If you, for example, if you come to the Quran, you will see that they write the Arab Quran, the books which discuss the tafsir will say that this is ma'tuf on this. But ma'tuf means it is linked to that, but it's not part, it doesn't have a mahal fil i'rab, it doesn't become part of something else. So if you call this waw al-istئناف, that's fine. Which means it's separate. You get what I'm saying? So if the waw comes between two single words, you have to join it. Like, جَاءَ زَيْدٌ وَأَمْرٌ. So that becomes ma'tuf alayh, ma'tuf joins to become the fa'il. And if the two sentences join to become part of a bigger sentence, you still have to join it and say ma'tuf alayh, ma'tuf become something. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Join to become what? The sila of إِنَّ الَّذِينَ. Okay? So make them completely separate. Okay? You don't have to worry about something from here going over to there. Okay? Another example, إِنَّهُمْ هُمُ الْمُفْسِدُونَ. Yeah? Lakin. Another harf atf. La yash'urun. So two separate sentences. This is one structure. Harf mushabbah bil fa'il jumla ismiya. La yash'urun jumla fi'liya. And that's it. Completely different. You understand what I'm saying? This doesn't have any connection in terms of i'rab with that one. You just leave it separate. You understand? Following? وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ يَقِينًا. They did not kill him definitely, meaning referring to Hazrat Isa alayhi salatu. بَلْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ. So بَلْ another harf al-atf. Correct? But again, the sentence is finished. The i'rab of this does not depend on this because they don't join to become another sentence. You understand? So again, separate them. You don't have to make every single sentence ma'tuf alayhi ma'tuf. You only need to do it in tarkeeb when the two sentences join to become what? Something bigger. You understand? You following me? Look at this, another example. So look. وَأَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. One sentence. Finish. Then this sentence starts with thumma. And this sentence is on its own, it finishes off. So when you do tarkeeb, if for example, if I said to do this tarkeeb of this, just separate each of them. And do each one individually. Because when you look at the meaning, you realize that these all don't join to become part of a bigger sentence. So then, separate each of them individually. You follow? So this one starts with thumma, this starts with fa. Follow? Here, these two, they don't even have a harf al-atf before it. Notice? They don't even have waqalu ya waqala ya Adam. Because the verb qala, when you use it in conversation, you don't have to say and he said, and he said, and he said. The Arab just say qala, what he said. Next sentence, qala. They don't keep on adding in waw before qala. You understand? So sometimes you even have this sentence, which is a separate sentence, without waw or without thumma or anything else. Make sense? So summary is what? If there's a harf al-atf between two single words, like for example, أوحينا إلى إبراهيم وإسماعيل, you must join together to make what? A part. The fa'il, maf'ul, majroor, etc. If the harf al-atf comes between two sentences, two jumlatayn, then and they link to become part of a bigger sentence, then you have to say what? Ma'tuf alayh ma'tuf joins to become the sila. Ma'tuf alayh ma'tuf joins to become the shart or jawabu shart, etc. And if the harf al-atf comes between two sentences, but they don't have any, each sentence individual is i'rab, then you don't have to say ma'tuf alayh ma'tuf. And this is what they call istئناف. I said to you, some books will say that this is ma'tuf. That's fine, but that's the ma'tuf which doesn't have a part in a bigger sentence. So you can call it ma'tuf if you want to, but we call it istئناف. Okay? Because it means it's separate, not in meaning, but in terms of i'rab. And sentences with qala don't always have to have a harf al-atf before it. Following? Any questions? No? ठीक है